Welcome, welcome, y'all. Welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna give everyone a minute to arrive. Welcome. All right, let me make sure I got my side on. All right, so welcome to I don't know who this is for. Okay, welcome back, y'all. I just had to come in and get this message off my mind, heart, and spirit. So, y'all know if you are returning that this is one of my secondary pages, y'all. I'm growing my platform continually, and I had to come in and deliver a message here. Now, this particular platform is going to be exactly like the name of the channel is, intuitive messages, and I don't know who they for. Okay, if you tuned into my last live, you heard me say that the tarot community has become a little bit codependent for my liking. It's full of scam artists, and I love my tarot community and my people. But I wanted to connect with my soul family in a different way. So this is the way that I'm going about it. Um, so I'm going to just give you the intuitive messages that I'm feeling. Okay. So if you read the title, you know where I'm going with this. All right. This is a channel message that I had to come in. So let me give it just about another minute to wait for some more people to come in. I tried to get some people headed this way just so they knew, because last time I went live, y'all, and I did not tell anybody that I was going live. This time I let a couple people know. So welcome. Okay. Welcome to I don't know who this is for. And also, if you are new here, go check out the podcast. I don't know who this for the podcast. Okay. All right. So I probably won't do tarot readings today. Like I just mentioned, I prefer to do them over on Patreon. If I do a collective read, although I may do tarot readings on this channel from time to time, just a little bit of a disclaimer and heads up. All right, so let me just jump into this message, because although I am doing a live, it will be a recorded video that I allow to stay on my page. So the message that I am getting, that I'm hearing from spirit, okay, is that you are seeing someone's true colors. Okay. Now, don't shoot the messenger, but you could be seeing your own true colors, and that may be a trigger for you. So the way that this came in is that someone is revealing themselves to you, revealing a side of you, of themselves. They're revealing a side of them that you have never seen before, because they were doing a good job of sheltering or covering up this side of them. Okay. And as you see that, a part of you may want to be angry, or a part of you may feel angry. That's the best way I could put it, because what I wrote down was, do not be angry when someone shows you their true colors. Instead, be glad when you see them for who they are. That's the message that I got here. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be negatively, although a lot of times when we hear things like, oh, they're showing me their true colors, we immediately think that this is something negative. It could very well be coming in that you didn't know someone was maybe as positive of a person, or you didn't know that someone was as caring or as loving as you are now realizing that they are. Okay, so take it how it resonates with you. Like I said, I don't know who these for. I don't know who these messages for. Okay, but what I'm hearing is specifically is not to be angry when someone shows you their true colors, because when we interact with other people, a lot of times we say that we can handle the truth. We want the true colors of these people to be revealed. We say things like, I don't want to be around a sheep in wolf's clothing, or a wolf in sheep's clothing. And like I said, it could resonate either way, because I just said it backwards. Actually, you say things like, I don't want to be around a wolf that's in sheep's clothing, and so just show me your true colors. And then when somebody show you their true colors, then now you mad that they done showed you their true colors, when that's really what you wanted to see in the first place, unless you actually wanted them to continue to wear the mask And if that's the case, that's going to make me question the mask that you wear, because like attracts like. And if you feel that there are people around you that are wearing a mask, you have to question and ask yourself how much of you is being authentic in the presence of other people as well. Because a lot of times and oftentimes things trigger us for us to correct that within, for us to change that within. So I feel like you were praying to God, source, universe, whoever you subscribe to, praying for someone to show you their true colors. And now that you see their true colors, now you are unhappy, you're unsatisfied, now you're angry because you thought that you could handle the truth. And like I said before, the part that's even more triggering to, I believe, a large part of the collective is how much of this truth you didn't realize, meaning you weren't using your discernment, meaning that you had blinders on for some reason. It could be, you had love for this person, or you wanted to see the good in this person, or these people, however it's going to resonate. But there were blinders that kept you from seeing this. And so now that the truth has been revealed, you are somewhat beating yourself up, or you are somewhat in regret at yourself, mad at yourself for not seeing this truth. That's one. That's A, right? Then we have B, the group of those who are actually recognizing the mirror within the people that are in their life, i.e., like I spoke on, you realizing that you have a mask on, you realizing how inauthentic that you have been. And God's calling you out by putting people in your life that are just as inauthentic if you've been. And so it's triggering you because you are realizing how much you wear a mask. And then you have C, and it kind of goes along with part 2 of the group of people who realize that they are the person that is showing their true colors. Someone's going through this right now in this collective energy, okay? And what I feel is going on is, before you can continue forward, before you can go forward on your journey, before you can continue on with the truths that you're living and things of that nature, you have to face this. Like, you have to face this side of you. You have to face this side of this person. You have to face this whole scenario head on before you can enter this next phase. And this has been a major shift for you. This is something that is changing the dynamics of all of your relationships to come. And as a matter of fact, it actually changes the relationships that you've already had with people that you already know, because it's making you question everything. And it doesn't matter whether you are a part of group A, B, or C, you are still self-reflecting at how you let people get away with not being their true selves, or even associating with that, or how you do this within your own relationships, how you're not true to who you are with the people you connect to. See, a lot of times we'll see these things. We'll recognize when we see something that's inauthentic. We recognize it, but we'll think immediately, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me, right? That's the quickest way to dismiss something. But the truth is, it has a lot to do with you, because like attracts like. And if you are around someone who you feel is wearing a mask, then you should self-reflect as to why this type of relationship is in your life. Now, I feel like for a select few of my collective, I feel like this is something you're recognizing that you've already accomplished as you go forward. This is something you're recognizing, like, I already went through that lesson. I gathered this lesson. I went through it. I learned the lesson, because a lot of times we'll think we learn lessons and we don't. And I'm guilty of that. Like, I'll think that I'm actually learning something. I learned that lesson. I don't want to go through that again. I don't have to go through that again. And then I realized, wait, as it comes back to me in a whole nother person, it'll be a whole nother person, same energy. And I'll be like, wait a minute, like I didn't learn that lesson then. Because here's the thing. If you learn a lesson, if you're going through something that you've already gone through, then you are either A, equipped to deal with it and you have nothing to worry about, or B, you just didn't learn that lesson already. And because you've already done it, it's still like nothing to worry about because you've already done it. So this test should be easier than the last test that you took. Did you learn a lesson or not? And I feel like with this message that I'm receiving right now is that someone, whoever this is going to resonate and however this is going to resonate with you, someone is learning this lesson the hard way. Someone allowed another person into their energy or a group of people. This could be like a job. Maybe you went to a certain type of employment. You went somewhere, a group of people. I don't know how this is going to resonate, but you went somewhere and you noticed that the people that were there, they weren't the way you thought that they were. They weren't the way that they put themselves out there to be. Okay. They weren't the way that you envisioned they were. Like the first impression that they gave you was not the accurate impression when you got to know them a little bit better. When you let your guard down, they let their guard down. Because remember, like attracts like. You let your guard down, then they let their guard down. And now you got people that are showing each other their true colors, point blank and period, in this equation. So the message that I'm getting is, don't be angry when people show you their true colors, okay? To be glad that they are showing you who they really are. Because it all boils down to, can you handle that truth? A lot of times, and what I do and speaking to other people, discussing life, doing a lot of healing inside and out, I talk to people quite often and I just listen to them, and I can recognize it in them because it used to be in me. I can recognize that part of them because it used to be in me. And it was something that was tough to look at in the mirror. It was something that was tough for me to heal. But I see that they're struggling with admitting to themselves certain things about themselves. Because just like before with the example of, oh, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. When you see somebody act up, when you see somebody cutting up, when you see somebody being false and fake, you just say, oh, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But it does, though. And so just like in that same thing, you think, well, I see it, I feel it, but I really don't know how to change it or what to do with it. So, I mean, it just is what it is. Like, this just me. But one thing we know is that change is the only constant. Change is the only thing that stays the same, yet the only thing that changes is change, evolution, growing, getting better. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm just making sure we still got everybody in here. Because they kind of like, people kind of like come and go. They come and go. Okay. So, if you are just joining me, I had to come in and deliver this message because I was being guided to speak on it, that someone is seeing another person's true colors and it is triggering them for several reasons, because they are trying to figure out how they allowed this type of switch up, how this type of chameleon, this type of falsehood, they're trying to figure out how they allowed this to be in their energy for so long, or they're trying to figure out why it is that this person's in their life and showing them these things, because it's triggering them about themselves. They're realizing how much of themselves that they put out there that's not true. Okay. So the thing is, can you handle the truth? Can you handle what you see when you look in the mirror? Because everyone that comes into your life is on the same vibration as you are, because you're attracting it. Like attracts like. So, I had someone to come in and say, well, I'm attracting narcissists. And I immediately thought, either A, you are a narcissist and you're attracting like, or B, you are extremely empathic and allow people to take advantage of you. And both will teach you not to do that, which is why you keep repetitively attracting the same type of narcissistic people. But see, they don't want to always hear that they're narcissistic because of what they've been taught narcissism is. And it's tough to admit things about yourself. I know, because I used to be that. And the way that I was explaining it to her was, you have that balance, right? You have that balance of narcissism and being empathic. And when you find a good balance, there are going to be times where maybe you do come off a little bit narcissistic. And there are also maybe times where you come off a little bit empathic to other people's emotions and feelings and things of that nature, where you just allow people to do you any kind of way. And all of which can create unhealthy bonds and unhealthy relationships. But here's the thing, can you handle the truth though? Because a lot of times we think that we can handle the truth, and then when the truth is presented to us, then we're angry. And that's something that I'm slowly like realizing, like, why would we get angry at that? We are asking for the truth. So we should never get angry when the truth is revealed to us. Okay. So there's that. And if you are seeing that you are the person that's showing your true colors, like if this is triggering you to the point that you're seeing your own true colors, like, damn, like I'm really paying attention to who I am and what I stand for or what I represent, then do that inner work. And I guarantee you, as you continue to like question everything that comes into your reality, whether it be a situation that you are happy about, or whether it be a situation or some type of involvement with other people, bonds and things like that, that you are unhappy about, ask yourself the tough questions. Why are these people in my life? What are you learning from them? When you find something about someone and you realize that you don't like it, ask yourself how you put that same energy out. How can I take this core of what I don't like about this person, and how can I turn that inward to be like, wait a second, what is God showing me here? What is being put in this person as a mirror for me to reflect on? And it's going to be harder than you think. That's called that inner work. Okay. I actually spoke on the inner work in that last live that I did, where I talked about people not giving you your props for doing all of this work. They don't see what you've done. So since they don't see what you've done, they assume you haven't done any work, but you've done so much inner work and not outer work that it's going to reflect on the inside. But that is the main message that I have been given to you. Okay. Is to do that inner work and to not feel like it's a personal attack, as much as you feel that this is an opportunity for you to grow and to be better as a person. Be thankful that you do have, you need to express more gratitude, because I always say this to my kids, my children, if I didn't care, then I know y'all have heard this before. If I didn't care, I would just allow you to do whatever. I wouldn't discipline you, or I wouldn't show you the error in your ways, things of that nature. And so just imagine that God, universe, source, your ancestors and angels, whatever you subscribe to, imagine that that's the same energy that they are giving to you. So if they didn't value you as their living flesh still here, or as a mission that you're on, if they didn't value that, they wouldn't put things and obstacles and people, places and things, your nouns, they wouldn't put them in front of you for you to learn from. So take these experiences as learning experiences, as lessons and blessings, even the tough lessons, even when you realize that in all that finger pointing that you're still pointing at you. So cliche, but it's so true. When you point that finger, you are always pointing them fingers back. And it's easier to point the finger. It's easier to say that is this person's fault or that person's fault that this is happening. But that's what I got. Like, and I feel like too, like, as I conclude, because I'm going to digress from that. But I feel that you are about to enter a new phase in your life. And before you go to this new phase, this lesson that you're going through right now of having to decipher when someone's wearing a mask, when someone's being true and authentic, um, and recognizing that within yourself, right? Before you go into this new cycle, this was a lesson that had to be learned. And like I said earlier, if you're going through it again, you know how to deal with it because you've already gone through it, right? We gotta definitely get out of, I know the people I read from, we are not still blaming other people for our issues, whether that be our emotional instability, our financial instability, our physical instability, mental instability, or spiritual instability. Okay, you might have been brought up in this type of religion, you might have been brought up to see this type of behavior in relationships, or you might mentally, feel shut out from this person or that person, or oh, when I was young, I saw this or didn't get a chance to do that. I know we're well past that. Like, we're not blaming the things that we do today in 2023, about to be 2024, on the things that happened in 1980s, 90s, or even the early 2000s. I know we're not. We have got to get out of the victim mentality of this happened to me, this happened to me, this is why I can't do XYZ, this is why I can't do that. It's not about that, okay? It's about healing. Why did that stuff take place? Remind yourself that this is not happening to you, it's happening for you. And that every moment that you're trying to be better, the universe, God, ancestor, spirit, source, they are trying to get you to be better. Because just like your higher self is, you want to be your best self, your higher self wants you to be its best self always. So we cannot be still blaming our issues on the things that happened to us um a long time ago. Like, we just can't. And like I said, I say it real harshly, y'all, because like I'm a Sagittarius sun, and I got, my ascendant is Capricorn, so I got that, and I got that Scorpio Mercury, so I come in with the cut, okay, real quick, like. um but it's all in love. I say these things because somebody has to be the truth bearer. Somebody has to be the one that's not wearing the mask and that's saying things that nobody else wants to say out loud, but is really thinking. Because y'all know what it's like when you hear somebody make excuses for their bullshit, and everybody in the room's thinking, oh, here we go again with these excuses, but nobody's saying it out loud. Somebody's got to say it out loud, right? So that's where I come in. And I just want my soul family to know that they are not alone in these transitions and these changes that you are going through. You have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror, and even if it's your true colors that you are painting, even if it's your true colors that you are recognizing the picture of, the mirror of, it's best to correct that now before you go into a new cycle, thinking you're starting something completely brand new, just for you to realize midway through the cycle that you are repeating a cycle. There ain't nothing worse than thinking that you have just completed a cycle just for you to start it again, right? And then realize midway through, or sometimes it don't even take you midway, and sometimes you damn near to the end of the cycle before you realize, wait a minute, I've already done this. This is something I've already done. Because each relationship or circumstance, or the highs and the lows, the ebbs and the flows, the ins, outs, ups, down, all of that is designed for you to go forward constantly, like constant forward motion. Stagnancy is a lot of times a choice, or I know that sounds bad, but stagnancy is a lot of times just not learning these lessons. It's sitting in the same spot. I was just talking to someone today. I said we go from doing it, doing the same damn thing every day, to doing the same thing every week, to doing the same thing every month, and now we're doing it every year. And then you look and realize that we're completing like ritualistic things going on in our life almost, right? But then we want to talk about how ritualistic these, other groups of people are. Hold on just a second, y'all. I'm not even gonna tell y'all what my daughter just told me. I'm gonna just let it be. But anyway, um, yeah. So we have to get out of that. Just let them know I'm live. They told me to let them know, and I don't think I did. But we have to do that. So that's the message that I have, y'all. Okay. Like I said before, I have other platforms where I do tarot or other messages, and I am starting to grow this particular platform and this particular channel here. So thank you guys for joining me. I will be doing more messages like these. A lot of times these are intuitive messages. These are I mean, I could do a card read or something to that effect just to kind of like see. Oh, here's another thing too before I get gone. Okay, this is something else that came through. So there is somebody too. This is going to be like with some sort of travel. Like somebody's traveling, going somewhere. They're going somewhere. I don't know where they're going, or they went somewhere. But somebody showed their true colors while they were on a trip, or somebody is seeing someone's true colors before they go on a trip, and somebody's nervous about taking a trip. That's another thing that came through as well. So somebody is like, well, I was supposed to go here. I'm supposed to move forward, but I can't move forward with this with that person. So I don't know if it was necessarily a trip, but I'm getting movement. Okay. So there was some movement that was supposed to take place, but before you go forward with whatever this is, now that you see this person's true colors, you don't want to do it anymore. Somebody is saying, I don't want to work with you anymore. Somebody's saying, I don't want to do this with you anymore. I don't want to go forward with you anymore. I don't want to do this because they see the true colors of this other person. That is a big thing that came through. Y'all, I'm sitting at my desk and I realize I'm shaking the laptop. Okay. So there's that. But yeah, somebody's realizing this. Somebody is like, I saw this person, like how they really act and how they really are, and I don't want to go. Like I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to do it. And so now I feel like there could be like money involved, or there could be like a lot of planning that went into this. And so somebody's trying to like plan their way out of it or something to that effect. Okay, so keep that in mind too. That was also a message that came through that I was trying to get in with this same exact message. So um, but yeah, that's pretty much what I got. Like I said, y'all, because I got so distracted. I was giving my outro, and then that came through as like a last minute something else to say. I don't know who this will resonate with or who this for, but or how it's gonna resonate, but that's what I had to go ahead and get out. Okay. So thank you guys for coming in. Like I said, the travel plans and the true colors and all of that type of stuff. It may be a trigger warning. When you see other people's true colors, the first thing to do, first and foremost, is to reflect it back to yourself. I can't express that enough. Okay. That is going to be the homework for my collective that is watching this video now. And those who watch it after I release it into the page, is to allow yourself to self-reflect in this time and this energy. Let me also remind you, since I got you here, just a little bit of a astrology update. We do have what do we have right now? We have Mercury that's retrograde in Capricorn. So, okay. So y'all know a lot of people get nervous about retrogrades. Y'all, if y'all in here, there's 4 people watching, 5 people watching. Y'all like the video, please. And thank you. Like the video. When you like the video, it helps the video to circulate through the algorithms that lets more people know, hey, this person's got a video out. Let's go watch it. They'll come watch it. They can join. They can, become a member of the soul family of the tribe. So y'all like the videos. Okay. But a lot of times people get nervous about retrogrades. Don't be nervous about retrogrades. Okay. Retrogrades give you the opportunity to go back to figure some things out. Okay. Especially with communication. So we do have Mercury that is currently in retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. The sun is still in Sagittarius. The moon just transited with a Sagittarius new moon, while there was a major comet system to pass through. That's a whole other video. We'll get into that another time. I'm pretty sure Venus is Venus in Sagittarius or Capricorn right now? I think Venus is in, where is Venus, y'all? I don't know where Venus is at. And then we still got Saturn and Pisces, Jupiter, Taurus. I think that's pretty much the major planets. Mars, where's Mars? Mars is also in Sagittarius. So we got a lot of Sagittarius energy. And y'all know the Sagittarius energy. Y'all know they are the travelers, which is another thing that's coming through, that traveler message. There's definitely something about travel or movement. Sagittarius rules travel, the ninth house. It's also philosopher, the higher education. So a lot of you all could feel that energy of wanting to learn more, wanting to do more. You could just want more, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which brings in that abundance aspect. So some of you could be just wanting more, doing more, okay? And you could see that as well, especially once you start looking in the mirror, seeing more of what you need to fix and what you need to change from within. So there is that information as well, just in case. And there are like apps, if you guys want to go check out some of the apps to see how these transits affect you personally. That's just like me just giving it to you in like 5 minutes, what's going on up there. I do kind of want to do a video and kind of touch on the astrology aspect or the astrology side of everything, but this particular video was about someone showing you their true colors and you being turned off by them, you realizing that this person, it does a lot to keep up a facade, and not just to you, but to other people. Something about this person and their true colors is going to affect your travel plans or things of that nature, or moving forward, getting farther in life. Someone uses a lot of trickery to get them very far in life. Somebody does things that are sideways to get places in life, and they put on a mask to do it. Okay, they go out and they pretend to be something that they're not. Okay, yeah, I apologize, that's mama. Okay, y'all know when mama takes, you got to see what she talking about. Yeah, my mama just broke her leg. Y'all send my mama some healing energy. Anyway, so let me get off of here, y'all. Again, I feel like I said it enough. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, y'all. Like the video. All right. Also, go check out I Don't Know Who This For, the platform, or I Don't Know Who This For, the podcast. You can find it on most of your, platforms, like the Shopify, what is it? Spotify. I almost say it was Spotify, Shopify. I always say them backwards. So go to Spotify. You can find it on Amazon, Apple Music. You can find it. I don't know who this for. Just type it in, and I always watch them on Amazon. So y'all go check them out there. Also, I do personal readings only on Patreon. I do not do personal readings offered through my website. That's a long story. The story's over on Patreon. If you join Patreon, you might be asked to pay a small fee. There are different tiers there if you're not familiar with Patreon. If you are, then you know how it goes. But there's also a space where you can just become a follower for free. And you'll also get little messages I kind of leave for my community for free. Okay. And all of those videos you can find over on TikTok. So go check out The Lyrical Goddess at Patreon. And that's where you will find more videos where I do dream interpretations, as well as card readings and moon energy reads and intuitive messages. I even talk about my children, as I homeschool my children, and my lock journey. Just so much. You can just find out all types of stuff about me there. So that's it. That's what I had to come in and deliver. Again, thank you guys for joining me. This channel will be growing the more that I learn y'all and y'all learn me, and we linger in each other's energies with this energy exchange. The more people will come in, and the more the channel will continue to grow. So thank you guys for being here and joining me. I am going to go ahead and end the live. I will be back tomorrow as I have more updates and more uploads to come through. But I had to get this message off my mind, heart, and spirit. Okay. And I don't know who this for, but it's for somebody. All right, bet. So look, I love y'all. I'm gonna end this here. Y'all have a good night. Be vibrant.